Allo, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and by Midwest Bank.
We welcome you back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for our 3-6 matchup in the boys C2 division in the 2024 NSAA Boys Basketball State Quarterfinals. My name is Jake Bartecki. Lou Siefker will be alongside me as we have a basketball already. We're already getting close up into the action here, Lou.
I just got fouled.
You got fouled?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we know they're going to call it tight here today. Lou, if there's one thing that gets you places during the state tournament and during the postseason, it's shooting. Cedar Catholic, one of the best shooting teams in C2 all year. Lincoln Lutheran, they're catching fire during this postseason, shooting around 50% from three. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. You mentioned both teams can shoot the basketball, but I think the defense is going to be key here in this one. I've seen Cedar Catholic play relentless defense. They're a very good man-to-man, a lot of the time team. For Lincoln Lutheran, you got to be able to handle that, and you got to find quality shots with that very difficult defense that the Cedar Catholic team plays.
Well, Lincoln Lutheran is here for the first time in school history. They blew out Tri-County in their district final to get to state. Meanwhile, Cedar Catholic was here last year, took home third place. How much of an advantage of that for the Trojans is it that they get a little bit of experience here in the past?
Well, it always helps to have been here and done that. But one thing with Lincoln Lutheran is they have played such a tough schedule. They have 8 losses, but all those teams are here at state. They lost to a lot of C1 teams that are here at state, so they're not going to be intimidated by the opponent. It's can they handle the pressure? Can they handle just showing up here at state and playing under the bright lights? That'll be the key.
Well, Lou, you've seen our top player for Cedar Catholic a couple of times this season. You've seen him in his career. Nolan Becker, 16.5 points per game. He's going to be a factor today.
Yeah, no question about it. The 6'3 junior, a heart and soul guy, a guy that if he plays well, Cedar Catholic's got a great chance. If Lincoln Lutheran can take Becker out of the game, I think they'll have a great chance. But Becker's an important guy, and again, a heart and soul type guy for Cedar Catholic.
Jacob Dewitzman is the do-it-all guy, if you will, for Lincoln Lutheran. He can score at all levels. He can drive it. He can shoot it. Everybody can shoot it right now if you're on a Lincoln Lutheran team. What do you see out of him?
Well, yeah, he's going to be one of those guys that he's going to have to knock down shots. He's a guy that just worked hard and made himself better year after year. This is kind of his moment, I think, to shine. We'll see if that happens again against Cedar Catholic's very good defense.
That's Lou Siefker. I'm Jake Bartecki. We'll be on the call. We're now going to throw it down to the other end of the floor where our wonderful sports director, Brandon Axelman, is standing by for a little more on a certain head coach of Cedar Catholic.
Well, it has been quite the journey for Nick Hazelhorst, head coach for Cedar Catholic, as he has made it to state with the Trojans. 11 years he was the head coach of Hartington Newcastle, the public high school in the town of Hartington, just on the other side of the street from the parochial school, Cedar Catholic. After 11 years at Hartington Newcastle, the school district decided it wanted to go a different direction, and so Hazelhorst, he just went to the west side of Broadway Avenue, just across the street to Cedar Catholic. He's been with this program for 2 years. Last year, as an assistant under Matt Steffen, he learned about the culture and this program, and this year in year 2, the two switched roles. Steffen is now the assistant, Hazelhorst now the head coach in his first year with this Cedar Catholic program. And he's already done something that he did in his 11 years at Hartington Newcastle, which was get the program to state. When he was at Hartington Newcastle, he did it once in those 11 years, that being in 2018-2019. Now, in year 1 as a head coach, he has the Trojans here, and they are searching for their 3rd state title in program history. This is something that Coach Hazelhorst is calling a blessing and something that he feels honored to have the opportunity to do. We're getting closer to tip here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Cedar Catholic taking on Lincoln Lutheran here on NCN. We'll be back with tip.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
Start Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
I think if you're somebody who's starting a business, or you're a farmer, or you just want somewhere to trust with your finances, you should choose Midwest Bank, because we work very hard to understand your situation and be a part of every step that you're going through. We truly care what's happening in our communities. We want to be out there, be a part of what's going on, and you'll feel the heart that we have for our communities. You'll feel the belief we have in our customers, and you'll really understand that that's the Midwest Bank way.
Well, there is a look at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, where NCN has been camped out for the last 2 weeks, and we're here again for Lincoln Lutheran and Cedar Catholic. Those are the schools, those are the teams. Let's tell you a little bit more about them in our School Spotlight Center. Cedar Catholic, first appearance at state since leaving the co-op. Hardington Central Catholic had 22 appearances, and they are the Trojans. On the other side, the Lincoln Lutheran Warriors from the capital city in Lincoln, making their second appearance at state, first since 2008, and their mascot is the Warriors. Lou Siefker, those are the teams. What do you think? Going to be an exciting one, I feel.
Well, you know, we've thought that for several of these games. The first couple of games were pretty good games, and then last game was not so good. Norfolk Catholic won handily. I think this game is going to be a four-quarter game, no question about it. I think these teams match up pretty well. It's a 3-6 matchup, but we mentioned Lincoln Lutheran's ability to shoot the basketball, Cedar Catholic's ability to play defense. I think that's going to be an interesting matchup. Which team gets the better playing at their strengths.
We've had 2 upsets already. The 5-seed Cross County over number 4 Summerland, and then Norfolk Catholic. You were on that call. They dominated Ponca. Be interesting, I agree, to see who they match up with. Tip-off is coming up. Next up, starting lineups on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Atlas Fiber Internet has definitely increased the productivity of our office. It's one of those things with internet and being a marketing company, we have to have it on and running all the time. And it's always up. We don't run into lags, we don't run into latency issues. It doesn't vary throughout the day, it doesn't vary on weekends or busy time periods. They have local service here. We need to go talk to somebody. They're just a quarter of a mile away for us to be able to chat with somebody. and that is a huge peace of mind for me as a business owner. So I would not hesitate at all to recommend Allo to anybody.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good to Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good to Go, your winning play for game day.
And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good to Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
Well, there's a look at the Lincoln Lutheran Warriors. Just the second time they've been at the state tournament and their most recent appearance since 2008. Let's get a look at our starting lineups first in this one. As I said, there are the Warriors. 17-8 on the year. They'll go with Braxton Glines, Logan Lebo, Jacob Dutzman, Ryan Hagar, and Nathan Holly. There's a lot of height and a lot of shooting in that starting five, Lou.
Yeah, that's you mentioned that, the shooting ability. It's important in the 1-4 offense that they run, that they move the basketball around and get those open looks. If they're able to do that, Lincoln Lutheran's got a great chance because their ability just to simply to knock down shots.
Two top scorers in Lincoln Lutheran program history in the starting five, and there are the Cedar Catholic Trojans, the 3 seed, 19-6 on the season. They'll go with Alex Keene, Jamison Cotto, Nolan Becker, Ty Taney, and Braden Reifenrath, who will be the 5 starters for the Trojans here tonight. And this is a team that may not spread out the scoring as much. It's going to be a lot of Keene and a lot of Nolan Becker. But some of those other guys start to step up. That's big. We've always said it. When you're 1 and 2 are good, you need 3, 4, and 5 to be great.
Yeah, to win here at state, you need somebody to step up and play maybe a little outside of themselves. We saw that with Norfolk Catholic the last game. A couple of guys really had big games, and if Cedar Catholic can get that third scorer, that fourth scorer in there, that'll be important. This team, again, plays good defense. It was funny, earlier in the year, talking with Coach Hazelhoff, or rather Hazelhorst, and asked him about shooting. They had a good shooting game, and he said, that's not always our strength. It's other things that's our strength. So much like Lincoln Lutheran, if Cedar Catholic can get in a flow offensively, that certainly gives them the opportunity here to win this ballgame.
The Lincoln Lutheran in that district final against Tri-County that they dominated 60-39. They went 7 of 11 from 3. Cedar Catholic, much closer district final, 53-48 over Lutheran High Northeast. How much do you take into stock what you did in the district final?
Well, I mean, to a point you do. I mean, some of it you think about the opponent. I think Lutheran High Northeast was a team that I saw earlier this year that I thought was going to be here at state, and they just didn't finish the season well, but they played Cedar Catholic very tough. And if you're Lincoln Lutheran, you're shooting three-pointers that way, you feel like you can beat anybody. You can show up here and run with anybody. So, I think the fact that both teams, you played good opponents and you won, it brings you here at state. It just gives you that confidence, especially here this first-round ball game.
He's Lou Siefker. I am Jake Bartecki. The teams are Lincoln Lutheran and Cedar Catholic, and there you get a look at the Trojans. We'll step aside momentarily, and we will have tip-off coming up for the 6-3 matchup in C2.
The number 3 ranked team in the state. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Cedar Catholic Trojans.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
it wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Cedar Catholic and Lincoln Lutheran, the half-court handshake, one of the great traditions here of the state tournament, the teams greeting each other before they go to battle. Lou Siefker, Jake Bartecki with you here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Lou, how's your voice holding up? You've been here all day.
Pretty good so far, yeah. It's been fun. A lot of good basketball and good basketball teams, but I think this might be the best of the 4 games. We'll see how it plays out.
Well, we talked about it. Both of these teams love to shoot the basketball. Cedar Catholic, 40% from 3 on the season. Lincoln Lutheran, 50%, just shy of it in the postseason. So I think we're going to see some skill. The Cedar Catholic in the white and red, the blue and beige for Lincoln Lutheran. As the ball's about to go up into the air, Jacob Dutzman against Alexander Keene. 6-3 versus 6-3, 6 versus 3, and we are underway. And right off the jump, Lutheran strikes first on a back cut by Ryan Hager.
Wow, what an impressive play right off the tap. One bounce pass in for a layup. Very impressive.
13.2 points per game for the 6'3 junior guard. First possession of the ball game for Cedar Catholic. Let's see what they draw up. Corner 3 is off the mark. Rebound by Cotto. Back inside with an and one, and talk about a thriller start. You get a bucket off the tip-off and an and one on the other end.
Yeah, good fast start for both teams. Alex Keene at the free throw right now is just a ridiculous athlete. He is just fantastic. He can really jump, and he's one of those hard-nosed players. We talked about relentless defense. He's one of those guys for Cedar Catholic.
And he gets 2 points, clanks the free throw strong, and Lincoln Lutheran with their second possession of the ball game scored 3 seconds in off the tip. Hager looking for buckets on back-to-back possessions, but he traveled with it for the first turnover of the ball game for the Warriors, and that's a group that averages about a dozen per game. Not the highest of all teams in C2, but an early one.
Yeah, you want to be able to protect the basketball, maximize possessions, so don't give too many away.
And now a turnover on the end for Cedar Catholic, so an even start, 56 seconds gone by. We're tied at 2. Ball brought up the floor by Logan Lebo, who will have many events in this building next year, Lou. He's a Husker track commit, and his teammate knocks down a 3. That's Jacob Dutzman.
Well, Dutzman, you just can't allow him to square up like that and get a good look. He's going to knock those home. It's a great start there for Dutzman.
We talked about it all pregame, how strong Lutheran has been shooting the 3 in the postseason, and now driving and scoring on the other end is Keene, who's got 4 early.
That's an excellent drive. We mentioned Keene's athletic ability. That's a great dribble drive. If he gets the ball down in the paint, he can score on anybody.
1 point lead for Lincoln Lutheran, and Hager steps on the baseline and turns it over. Couple of turnovers under the basket along the baseline by the Warriors, Lou.
Yep, Warriors got to, again, you got to protect the basketball early in the ball game. But you want to try to get yourself in that rhythm offensively early on.
Top of the key, Keene kicks to the corner. And a 3 off the mark by Cotto, and back the other way come the Warriors. Maybe not. Turnover, steal, and taking it back out beyond the 3-point line is Keene, and then it's laid up and in. Guess who? It's Keene again. He's got 6.
A great start for Keene. And Lutheran, you see Lincoln Lutheran trying to push the basketball, trying to get out in transition and speed this game up.
Keene averages 10 a game. He's got 6 here. And he's open on the other end. Misses the bunny, and the rebound put back up. And kept in play by Cedar Catholic. Steal near half court. Hagar, look out, he lays it up and in. And the back and forth high tempo start continues.
Yeah, and I think that plays overall in the favor of Lincoln Lutheran. But the turnovers they're getting, they're turning into points.
5 total turnovers between the two teams here early, and we have a whistle and a foul against Lincoln Lutheran. It's the first on Ryan Hagar. Our first quarter this afternoon is brought to you in part by John Henry's Our Family Serving Yours. And Lou, we've got a big group of substitutions here for both sides, fresh bodies.
Yeah, that helps early on, but I think both these teams can go reasonably deep. And what kind of production do you get from your bench? That's going to be important.
Top of the key three is short, and the rebound is loose and picked up by Lincoln Lutheran. Cedar Catholic 0 of 3 from deep, but they trail by 1. Fresh off the bench and connecting is Grant Stoll. He is not a decoy. He can shoot the basketball. Averages 6 a game. He gets 2 there.
That's always good to get that production. We just talked about it off the bench.
Here's a 3. Answering on the other end in a big way is Jamison Cotto. He becomes the first Trojan not named Alexander Keene to score. Knotted up at 9. Cedar Catholic back the other way. Free throw line, fadeaway short. And the rebound picked up by Lincoln Lutheran. The miss by Nolan Becker, who's scoreless so far in this ball game, halfway through the first quarter.
And we'll try to get Becker in some shots in rhythm. That was a tough shot, a fadeaway off the dribble.
Pass to the corner. Jacob Dutzman goes back to his left. 3 is up, no good. And Lutheran 0 of 2 from deep to start the ball game. And here's Cedar Catholic with a chance to take their first lead. Pass to the right elbow. Becker has his first points and gives Cedar Catholic their first lead.
I like what Becker did there. He looked like he was going to shoot the ball just inside the free throw line and realized he could take his man off the dribble and went much farther in and got a better look.
Here's Dutzman. Work it around to the right. Pass by Glines. Corner. 3. Dutzman. Yes. Well, 1 for 2 from downtown are the Warriors, and that's about where they've been 50% this entire postseason.
They can shoot. You better get on Dutzman. You can't allow him to catch and shoot like that.
5 points in the game. And the ball knocked out of bounds here. It'll stay with Cedar Catholic. Couple of substitutions coming in. Cedar comes in for Lincoln Lutheran. Back in as well as Ryan Hager, who took a seat. Cedar Catholic brings a few fresh bodies in there as well. Hunter Benson in off the bench.
Jacob, nothing else. It's this pace. It's been entertaining. Both teams looking to push tempo. And we've seen a lot of up and down the floor.
Ball knocked backwards, and we've got a foul here against Lincoln Lutheran. That's the first of the game on Logan Lebo.
Yeah, Lebo tried to press right at the timeline, got caught with the bump.
So Lebo takes a seat. We'll have an inbound here. Our matchup, the Warriors and the Trojans, brought to you in part by Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us. He's Lou Siefker. I'm Jake Bartecki. 3-6 matchup in C2. Becker drops one down inside. Blocked was Keene, and blocked again. Becker, turnover, Lutheran basketball. Dutzman drives, can't finish. Struggle for the rebound, jump ball. And this is going to Cedar Catholic. 1:58 to go, 12-11 in favor of the Warriors.
I think one thing with Jacob Dutzman, you know, Coach Ballins talked about the fact that he's not only put in a lot of work, but he's put on some weight. He's a stronger kid, and that pays off when you see those dribble drives.
Here's Grant Stoll, had the steal, and got a foul beforehand. And they catch Cedar Catholic. They caught Benson with his first, and Lebo, after a short sit, is going to come back in. He'll take out, looks like Trenton Ernst takes a seat for Lincoln Lutheran. Lebo doesn't need much of a break. He's a track star, literally.
Yeah, the coach says he's got incredible endurance. That's a problem if you're trying to guard him.
Ryan Hager up fakes and finishes. That's a nifty move. He's got 6.
Yeah, it's a good move, good finish by Hager.
Ball down to the left corner. 3 ball on its way and good. Mason Baller knocks down the corner tray.
The aptly named Mason Baller from downtown, from the deep corner, ties it up.
28 total points as we approach a minute to go in the first. Hagar nearly dribbled the ball away from himself, but he found Dutzman, and Lincoln Lutheran resets. Why not? Short by Hager, and the rebound tracked down and chased down by Benson. Under a minute to go here in the first. Couldn't have asked for a more competitive first quarter, Lou.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's, again, a lot of action in this game.
Becker missed the jump shot from the free throw line, and then Jacob Steffen tied up Lebo underneath for the foul. That is his first, and a couple of substitutions for either side here for the final 45.9 seconds. There we see it, pretty evident.
Yeah, sometimes you see games like this where teams get off to a slow start. Both these teams got off the bench and started throwing some haymakers. Both teams, again, trying to dictate tempo, and it's become a real fast-paced game.
Lebo to Dutzman to Hager. Hager works the ball up top. We'll see how long Lutheran wants to hold it for and how long they're able to hold it for. How much intensity will Nick Hazelhorst throw at Lincoln Lutheran in the final 15 seconds? Cedar Catholic fans don't love it, but Lebo waits, passes to Dutzman. Here's Stoll, the 3 at the horn, in and out. But it's put back up and put back in. Did he get it off? He did. The bucket by Nathan Holly, and Lincoln Lutheran takes a 2-point lead into the first quarter break. That's how you stay with the play, Lou Siefker.
Yeah, what a great job. Holly makes the play right at the buzzer.
8 minutes down, 24 to go. The 6-seed Warriors on top of Cedar Catholic, the 3-seed, 16-14. We'll be back on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Aloe. You deserve the fiber things in life. Aloe Fiber. And by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice in Norfolk, Columbus, Grand Island, Pierce, and St. Paul.
Well, Lou Siefker, here you see it. The 3 by Stoll looked like it wasn't going to get off the putback, but it was up and in by Holly, and that gives Lincoln Lutheran a 2-point lead. You never know in a close game like this, that could be the difference.
Big play. Yeah, it's first quarter, but plays like that are big. And what Holly did there was he wasn't a spectator. He wasn't standing there watching the shot. He focused on getting the rebound and getting that putback. He did so in time, and you're exactly right, Jake. Plays like that factor in at the end of this ball game.
Well, Ryan Hager and Alex Keene tied for the scoring lead, both of them with 6 in the first quarter. Lincoln Lutheran, 1 of 2 from downtown. Cedar Catholic, 2 of 5. Both teams have 3 turnovers. My name's Jake Bartecki. Lou Siefker is along with me here courtside at the Bob Devaney Sports Center as we get ready to get the second 8 minutes underway. Lou, we were saying this has been fun.
Yeah.
You said it before the game. You thought this might be the best game of the 4. Can't get much better than what we saw in the first 8.
The next 3 quarters as good as that first quarter. We've got a barn burner ahead of us.
The future Husker track athlete, Lebo, with the basketball. He passes left to Dutzman. Dutzman to the left corner. What a move, a turnaround to the rack, and he missed the layup.
Yeah, great move, but just left that shot short.
Ball to the corner. Here's a 3, up and down. Alexander Keene, have yourself a first half. He has 9, and it gives Cedar Catholic a 1-point lead. Back the other way, we've got a foul.
Well, on the offensive end for Cedar Catholic, it's all about passing the basketball, giving up good shots for better shots, and Cato was open there on that wing and knocked that one home.
Reifenrath with the foul. And as quickly as Cedar Catholic got the lead, they now trail by 2. 3-point play, good for Hagar. And he now has himself 9 points here in the first half.
Yeah, Lincoln Lutheran's not going to waste time and stand around. They're going to push the tempo. They want to rush that ball down the floor, even off a made bucket.
Driving with the ball on his right hip was Becker, and a turnover. Cedar Catholic with their 4th giveaway of the game, and Dutzman gets blocked on the other end. Good defense there by the Trojans. Here's a deep 3. Shoot to get hot, shoot to stay hot. Alexander Keene's been hot. I don't think that was a bad shot. Pass left side. Cato with the basketball. Passes to his right. And the ball dropped down to the left block. Turnaround is up and down by Keene.
Exactly where Keene wants the basketball. Right there in that lane. He can jump out of the gym. He can jump over the top of people.
Fade away in the middle of the lane. Up and good for Logan Lebo. Lou, I wonder how many possessions we've had where we haven't had buckets.
Yeah, it's been back and forth. Logan Lebo said, "Oh, what you can do, I can do just as well." He does the same exact thing, catches the ball in the lane and turns and fires it home.
Keene turned around and got blocked underneath. Cato brings it back up and pass to the left side to Taney. He has the ball in the corner to the right. Cato drives. From the left elbow, knocks it down. Second bucket of the second quarter for Jamison Cato.
Well, neither team is shy about getting shots, but they're getting good shots right now. That was an excellent look by Cato.
And here's a good look on the other end. Hagar drops it inside to Jacob Dutzman, who gets fouled. He'll have 2 free throws. The foul on Braden Reifenrath. And Jacob Dutzman's missed a couple of those tonight, but Cedar Catholic's making life hard on him down there.
Yeah, and that's what they do defensively. But that was an excellent entry pass to Dutzman. And boy, you know, if your offense is rolling, generally you're scoring off assists. Now, he didn't get the bucket to fall, but he got an excellent pass that set him up for that opportunity.
Looking to make 2 free throws here, and he does. So Lutheran 4 of 4 at the free throw line. 23-21 the lead. And neither team has led by more than 4 in this first half. Cato with the basketball. Drops it down inside. Becker. Cedar Catholic's leading scorer can't convert. But they'll go to the line for a pair here. As there was a foul on Lutheran, Taney goes to the line.
Ty Taney has 3 rebounds, all on the offensive glass. Not the biggest fella in the world. I mean, he's a stout fella, but not that tall, but he's really active. And again, as I mentioned, 3 offensive rebounds already here in the first half.
Taney makes the first free throw. Foul was on Lebo. That's his second. How much of a concern is that, Lou Siefker? A couple fouls there.
Yeah, I mean, early on, we'll see how that develops, but you don't really want to have guys in foul trouble, especially in the first half.
Second one is on its way. Taney goes 1 for 2. And back the other way comes Lincoln Lutheran. Corner 3 by Hager. No good. It's the second missed triple of the night for the Warriors. Cato knocks down his second of the game.
Well, Cato's feeling it right now. He's confident. No hesitation. Square up and shoot that basketball.
He's got 8 points here in the second quarter. 11 in the game. That's the game high. Now Grant Stoll off the bench. Works it to his right. Here's a 3, knocking it down, no hesitation. Braxton Glines thought, why not?
Boy, nobody's hesitating to shoot the ball. Glines knocks that one home. Both teams pulling the trigger and knocking a lot of shots down.
6 combined made triples here at the Devaney Center. That one off the mark. And the rebound by Hagar. He slams on the brakes right in our lap. And Lincoln Lutheran slows things down. Maybe not. Stoll for three.
Wow.
A timeout on the floor. Cedar Catholic wants to talk things over. Lincoln Lutheran ties their largest lead, 29-25, 3:59 to go, first half. We'll step aside.
Hello, this is Greg from Family Physical Therapy. We've grown a lot since we opened our doors in 1993, but our philosophy remains to provide excellent patient care above all else. Our patients are greeted with smiles, and our therapists are driven by their patients' success and achieving goals. We provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy to those of all ages. Family Physical Therapy has locations across Nebraska. Stop by a clinic near you today.
(29-25) the score. 7 made triples between these two teams. 7 of 13 combined for the game. And we are having a high-scoring affair in the 3-6 matchup in C2. Lucifka, are you surprised at all?
No, not at all. We knew Lincoln Lutheran could shoot the lights out of the basketball, and I've seen Cedar Catholic do the same. So
Becker stays with the play and gets the benefit of the bounce. Gets 2, going to the line for 1, stole the foul.
Becker off the offensive rebound, gets this one to fall, and a chance for an and one.
Nolan Becker, 2 points in the game. Again, he averages 16 as he knocks down that one. Halftime highlights are brought to you in part by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Stick around for our halftime show. We'll have those highlights for you here in 3 minutes and 25 seconds of game time. Hager nearly dribbled the ball away, and this time he does. He turns it over.
They gave away a possession there, but they have been better as of late. That was only, I think that's their 5th turnover of the first half.
29-28, Lincoln Lutheran with the lead. Now the ball poked away, and they catch a foul here on Braxton Glines. He didn't like it. What'd you think, Lou?
Yeah, I mean, that's close.
That's his 2nd of the ball game, and Jesse Bowen's having a conversation with the official to our left here. I don't think he liked it either.
We'll see this again here. I mean, there's some hand fighting there. That's a discretion call. It could really go either way.
Trenton Ernst checks in, takes out Glines, who committed the foul, his 2nd of the game. And now the ball kicked into play to Nolan Becker. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the first half. Here's a 3 by Cotto. That would have been the hat trick. Offensive rebound is kicked back out. Becker from the left block, can't get it to fall, missed badly, and now they catch a foul the other way on Cotto. First foul of the game for Jamison Cotto. The inbound kicked in here by Dutzman. Here we see it, Lou.
Yeah, that shot, good block, and then the rebound off of that block. That goes to Ernst and the foul. So now, I mean, 2:44 in this ball game left. For some games, it's like not much time left in the second quarter. I think there's a lot of shots that can go up in 2:44 with these two teams.
Ball brought up the floor by Ernst. Ernst to his right. Holly. Back up top, the quick passes by Lincoln Lutheran, keeping the Trojans on their toes, and we've got a whistle and a foul here against Cedar Catholic.
Well, you see that 4-out offense, and that's key. That ball movement is key because you move that basketball around and you get that defense out of position, and you can do one of two things. You can drive the basketball to the bucket, or you can find those spot-up shooters. But with this Lincoln Lutheran offense, it's so key to just for the crisp passes and good ball movement.
It's a second foul on Hunter Benson. Holly, a nice turnaround move, gets his second bucket of the ball game and puts Lincoln Lutheran up 3.
Excellent left-handed finish there by Holly around the rim.
2 minutes to go, first half. Lincoln Lutheran 31-28. Backdoor cut to the rack. And Taney couldn't finish, and the rebound brought back up the other way by the Warriors. Ernst had a quick first step, got inside, but had the ball knocked free. And then coming back the other way, Grant Stoll gets it back for Lutheran. Dutzman to his right. Ernst up fakes, he scores.
Great job by Ernst to get the defender in the air. Just put on the brakes, a good jump stop, and after the ball fake, gets the defender in the air and then finishes.
Jesse Bowens called him this team's Sam Hoiberg with the way he just has a tenacity on both ends of the floor. Not going to score a lot. He'll get you a bucket or two a game, but he'll do the dirty work. And we've got a foul here against Lincoln Lutheran. I think they're going to catch Holly.
Yeah, that's a good description of Ernst from what I've seen. And much like Sam Hoiberg, you got to have effort guys that kind of bring it, and that sort of effort can be contagious. And even though Ernst not a high scorer, he can affect the game other ways.
That's exactly a description of Sam Hoiberg.
Yep, you bet.
Nolan Becker checks back into the ball game, and a couple others here for Lincoln Lutheran. Jason Snyder back into the game as well. Not going to play a ton, but he goes out there and plays hard defense. Up top. Keene thought about the three, and now we're down to inside a minute to go first half. Cotto has the ball poked at, and it's back up top to Keene. Keene drops one inside, and Becker couldn't handle the pass. And here comes Lincoln Lutheran. Dutzman takes it himself. No call, and a struggle for the rebound that Cedar Catholic wraps up. Pass up floor, deflected out of bounds by Grant Stoll into the Lutheran bench. 32 seconds to go here, first half.
And Jake, I think if you're Cedar Catholic, you want to try to get Keene going. He was really dominant to start the ball game. Been quiet as of late. Like to see him get some touches, or a touch or two here the last 32 seconds of this half.
8 points in the game for Keene, 6 in the first quarter, 2 in the second. It's kind of been the reversal. Cotto had 8 here in the second, but he turns it over. Lutheran back up the other way. Stoll takes it to the corner. Both teams down a player. They trot back into the play after hitting the deck. And here we go for the final 10 seconds of the first half. Lutheran looking to build on its largest lead. Pass to the left, Stoll a three at the horn, short, but the putback up and good as the horn sounds. Jacob Dutzman and Lutheran in both the first and the second beat the buzzer, and they lead by 7 at the break.
Beat the buzzer off the offensive rebound. Great job to stay with that play. In that case, it was Dutzman to get the putback and a big score going into halftime.
8 different players contribute on offense in the second quarter for Jesse Bowen's group, and Lincoln Lutheran leads Cedar Catholic by a score of 35-28. 16 minutes down, 16 to go. Halftime coverage is next.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
Your life can change with one heartbeat, and that was mine. Pregnant at 16, scared, and wondering how my mother would react was terrifying. This is Selma. I made the right decision. I can't imagine if I would have ended this beautiful life. Your baby is a person that deserves their life and your love. Adelina has filled my life with tremendous joy. There are difficult times, it's a life changer, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. My faith is my strength. You are not alone. Call your local pastor to talk.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Lou Siefker, Jake Bartecki, 35-28, the 6 seed leading the 3 seed. That's Lincoln Lutheran over Cedar Catholic. I mentioned it going into the break, Lou. 8 different players contributing for the Warriors in the second quarter. Talk about keeping Cedar Catholic on their toes.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. It's tough to defend 8 players. I know they're not all on the floor at the same time, but people come in and they all contribute. For Lincoln Lutheran, I think any open shot's a good shot because they can all shoot the basketball. That really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because you can't take plays off because there's so many guys that can hurt you.
And if you're Cedar Catholic, how do you defend that?
Well, you just got to get up on guys and contest shots. They've done a good job keeping Lincoln Lutheran off the offensive glass. The interesting thing is 2 offensive rebounds in the first half for Lincoln Lutheran. Both were last-second putbacks at the end of quarters, which were big points. We talked about that. That can pay big dividends later in the game, those sort of hustle plays that Lincoln Lutheran made.
That's 4-point difference, Hager and Dutzman. And we're going to take a look at our first half highlights. Here we go. Early in the ball game, Jacob Dutzman, bang. Nice 3 from the left wing, knocks it down. He had 8 in the first half. Back the other way, Hagar scored on the first possession, drives this one in. He's got 9. And back the other way we go to Cedar Catholic. Corner 3, that one up and down by Cotto. Cotto had an 8-point second quarter. And on the other side, a 3, another one up and down. 4 triples in the ball game for Cedar Catholic, and here we come up the floor. Cedar Catholic with the basketball and the turnaround floater by Alexander Keene, who had 8 first half points. Another 3. Guess what? We had a lot of them. We had 7 first half triples. 3 by that man right there, Jamison Cotto. And here we go. Pass overhead and thinking, why not? Taking the 3, Braxton Glines knocks it down. And Lincoln Lutheran up by 7 at the half. Grant Stoll, he knocks down a 3. We have a lot of three-pointers in these highlights, Lucy.
Yeah, you've got 3 fingers up quite a bit in that first half. There's so many good shooters really on both these teams, but really impressed with Lincoln Lutheran and how many guys, they can spread you out and they can just kill you from the perimeter.
Well, Lincoln Lutheran leading it by 7 at the break. We're going to throw across court to Brandon Axman. Brandon?
Well, we are in halftime of this Class C2 matchup between Lincoln Lutheran and Cedar Catholic. And from the outside looking in, as a 6th seed, some might not think that Lincoln Lutheran perhaps could be called one of the favorites in this bracket, but you could make that case. And how is that? Well, they're sitting at 17-8. You might think, well, they have 8 losses. How could they be the favorite? You look at those 8 losses and really analyze the strength of schedule for Lincoln Lutheran. Of those 8 losses, none of them were to Class C2 opponents, all Class B and C1. In fact, Lincoln Lutheran has not lost to a team in Class C2, which those following basketball will know Lincoln Lutheran dropped down from C1 to C2 this year. So you look at the losses. Not only are those 8 losses to teams that are in C1 or B, 6 of those 8 losses are to teams that are down here in Lincoln in Class B or C1. You look at Norris in Class B alongside Platteview. In Class C1, 2 of Lincoln Lutheran's losses are to Omaha Concordia twice, and also Wahoo and Auburn. This was something that was intentional by the administration at Lincoln Lutheran, wanting to have its team battle-tested all year long when it got to this point. And so far, they're sitting with a halftime victory. Cedar Catholic, on the other hand, looking to be the first C2 team to defeat Lincoln Lutheran this season. We're looking forward to more good basketball coming up here at halftime. You are watching High School Hoops on News Channel Nebraska.
This is Amy from Magnolia's Home Decor and Design in downtown Norfolk.
And I'm Kate. Let's welcome in spring.
If you're ready for vibrant colors, silk florals that are remarkably real, and a new look for inspiring your space, come visit us at Magnolia's.
From spring to everyday designs for your home, we've been busy creating looks that will make your home warm and inviting for your friends and family.
Watch us live on Facebook 6 days a week. Stop in and see us in downtown Norfolk, or visit us online at shopmagnoliasonline.com.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Lincoln Lutheran mascot pretty happy here at the break. 35-28, the Warriors leading the Cedar Catholic Trojans. Both of these teams shooting lights out from long range right now. Lou, 7 of 14. I mean, 50% from three. We knew these teams, 2 teams could shoot. That should be expected, but boy, watching it happen, it still surprises you.
Yeah, good shooting basketball teams. You'd ask me a question, how do you defend that? Well, the way you defend it is to defend it, get in their face, really chase those shooters out. But what that does sometimes is that creates those opportunities to drive to the basket and more open plays in the paint. We'll see if either team gets just a little more aggressive at closing out on threes, and if that translates into some more plays in the paint around the rim.
Leading scorer in the game is Jamison Cotto. He's got 11 points. Lou, what do you like out of his game here?
Well, he's been aggressive. He's looking for his shot. He's been confident. You like that just when that light kind of comes on for a young man, and he knows he can play this game at a high level, and he goes out and does that. He just got that look in his eyes where he's not afraid to take a big shot.
Jacob Dutzman's been averaging just shy of 15 points per game in the postseason. He's got just 6 here at the break. That's notable. Taking a look at the bracket here, Amherst and Cross County will be the matchup in the semifinals. On the top half of the bracket, Norfolk Catholic pulls a dominating blowout upset of Ponca. They await the winner of this one between Cedar Catholic and Lincoln Lutheran. Talk about upsets. We've had them here in C2.
Yeah, you know, the bracket the way it is, if you could call it an upset. It's an upset by seed. I think Norfolk Catholic proved that they're much better than a 7 seed. Cross County, Summerlin, pretty even game, and then certainly Lincoln Lutheran now ahead. So seeding-wise, yes, that's absolutely right. And you know, interesting though that Norfolk Catholic awaits the winner. You know, the last team to beat Norfolk Catholic.
Who's that?
Cedar Catholic.
I thought you were going to say that.
So, yeah, it should be an interesting matchup no matter who plays the Norfolk Catholic Knights.
Well, right now, Lincoln Lutheran is 16 minutes away from that rematch, up by 7. Brandon Axelman is standing by on the other end of the floor. Brandon, take it away.
Well, talking to both head coaches, first off for Cedar Catholic and Nick Hazelhorst, wasn't at all times impressed with his team's defensive effort, saying there was too many times they did not get a hand up in the Lincoln Lutheran shooters' faces. He also said we need to stay in front of our players better on defense. Additionally, said things to work on, too many turnovers on the offensive end for Cedar Catholic, something that he says they need to shore up here in quarters 3 and 4. For the flip side, Jesse Bowens, he said he thought his team maybe had some nerves early on. He hopes they're gone now. He was happy with how Lincoln Lutheran was scoring in transition, and also said that they need to focus better on rebounding. But all in all, he hopes that the offense will continue working out well for the Crusaders. Jake, back to you.
All right, thanks, Brandon. 35-28 the score as we get the second half underway, and Becker misses one from the free throw line. Lincoln Lutheran, this potent offense, goes to work for the first time in the second half, I should say.
It took about 5 seconds to get a shot off here in the third quarter.
Lebo works to his left. Hager, a nifty move. He knocked over Becker in the process. And now a rebound picked up on the other end by Cedar Catholic. Reifenrath gets the ball up floor, and Cedar Catholic slams on the brakes.
I think you just saw there with Lincoln Lutheran the idea that if Cedar Catholic's going to come out and guard them, that they might use the ball fake and drive the ball into the paint.
Ball punched inside, but bounced right to Ryan Holly, and Lincoln Lutheran forces an 8th Cedar Catholic turnover. 1 minute gone by here in the third. No points yet. Logan Lebo with the basketball, team leader in made three-pointers, assists, and steals. But he turns it over here, gives a steal away, back the other way. Becker, bucket.
Well, there you go, defense to offense. Keene gets the steal. They run the floor, push it up, and get a good quality lay-in on the other end.
Alexander Keene on defense there for Cedar Catholic, forced a pass, but Lebo got it back, nearly knocked down the three. Back the other way come the Trojans.
Looked like Cedar Catholic defensively was in a 2-1-2 zone.
Reifenrath kicks it back up top. Keene back to Reifenrath, missed the three wide. And the rebound bounces to Logan Lebo, and he brings it up the floor. Lebo, coast to coast for two.
They'll get the ball in the paint. I think that's going to be key here in the second half for Lincoln Lutheran to get some paint points here, especially early, and force Cedar Catholic to guard the paint, and then that opens up that perimeter for a great shooting team.
Lebo gave the ball, Keene gave the ball away. Dutzman back the other side. He got blocked, but the ball went out of bounds, and it'll stay with Lincoln Lutheran. Great effort play there by Alexander Keene.
Alex Keene is a great athlete. There's not many guys that are going to block that shot by Dutzman, and Keene raced back. This looks like this is going to be an automatic play, but great job by Keene to just time that, get back in defensive position, and make the block.
Dutzman for three, out of the corner. The fourth made triple of the ball game for Lincoln Lutheran, And the Warriors have their largest lead, and for the first time, go up double figures.
Yeah, Dutchman says, well, 2 points is overrated. How about 3? I'll just knock down a big 3.
That's what he did from the corner, the 4th of the game for Lincoln Lutheran, who are now 4 of 7. And we've got a push off here and a foul. They call that on Logan Lebo. I don't know about that one, Lou. We'll see it here. I don't know if that was incidental or what.
Yeah, some contact. Yeah, there's a bump there. I mean, that you could call that or not call it, another either way sort of thing.
Now, the Lincoln Lutheran fans aren't going to like that. They get Lebo for another one underneath. They call a body foul, and Lebo now goes from safely in foul trouble with 1 to 3 in about 10 seconds, and he's going to take a seat here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That foul, I think that was the right call. Not set. A lot of contact there between he and Becker, and Lebo picks up that, as you mentioned, that big 3rd foul right away.
Trenton Ernst, the man that Jesse Bowens compared to this team's Sam Hoiberg, checks back in. A 3-ball overshot from the corner, and Hagar back the other way, missed the lay-in. Dutzman the rebound, he puts that up and in, and the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Lincoln Lutheran starting to pull away.
Yeah, that's a great fast break. Got the rebound by Ernesty and just pushed the ball off the floor. That first shot is missed, but again, Dutzman running the floor. Been impressed with guys doing that here so far today, is guys just running the floor, not giving up on a play, getting the rebound.
Dutzman misses the free throw, and Cedar Catholic wants to talk things over. The Warriors up a dozen. A 7-2 start to the second half. They lead at 42-33. More high school basketball coming up on NCN.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
Lincoln Lutheran with their largest lead in the ball game, leading it by 12, 42-30, 4:43 to go here in the third. Couldn't have drawn up a better start if you're Jesse Bowens.
Yeah, they've played really well here, getting off to a great start and extending this lead. You know, to play off or to further what Brandon talked about at halftime, Lincoln Lutheran started 9-0 this season, and then they went 8-8 the last games, but that schedule is just brutal. I lost 3 in a row at one point. But that prepares you for this. That prepares you. You've played so many good teams. Playing another good team, it's no big deal. And that's what I mentioned in the outset. Not going to fear the opponent. It's how do you play on this big stage, and so far so good.
Out of the timeout, Becker misses a fadeaway. He has been quiet here. Just 7 points in the ball game. That's somebody who averages 16 a night. They're going to need to see that style, and Nolan Becker is now Lincoln Lutheran goes up by 15. Hager with a triple.
You're going to play off Hager. He's going to make you pay for it.
And a bucket underneath there to respond. Alexander Keene now has points in each quarter. He's up to double figures with 10. Corner, Hagar looking for another. That one's short. Rebound loose, and it's picked up by Cedar Catholic.
Cedar Catholic dodged a bullet there. Another wide open shooter. That one left just a little bit short.
Baseline drive. The left block, a turnaround, no good, and Keene scores for the second straight possession, and that gets Cedar Catholic back within 11.
Keene's such a competitor, plays with a high motor, really made that one happen. They needed that bucket, still down 11.
Dutzman thought about pulling the three. This time he does on the return pass, and he knocks it down, and the threes continue to rain here at the Devaney Center.
Boy, what a shooting ball club. Just every time down. It seems like they get an open three, and Cedar Catholic's got to start shutting that down.
They are 6 of 9 as Lincoln Lutheran. The ball's going the other way here. And again, Lou, we knew this coming in. They shot 7 of 11 from 3 in their district final win over Tri-County. They're shooting near 50% in the postseason. Nobody should be surprised.
Yeah, absolutely not. My only surprise is they only shot 11 three-pointers in that district final. These guys, they love the three, but why not? Because they have so many guys that can knock them down.
48-34, largest lead of the ball game for the 6-seed Warriors. Looking to add to it is Hager, and he gets wrapped up. That's 2 shots at the line for him, and the foul, the third of the game on Hunter Benson.
Well, what I like about Lincoln Lutheran is that they don't just settle for threes. They get the threes within the flow of their offense. They find those shooters. But they're also, as you see with Brian Hager, he's not afraid to take the ball to the basket. I think for them to win a state championship, they have to be multidimensional on offense. And if they're able to make plays in the paint, that just creates those opportunities around that three-point line.
Free throw was up and good. Second one on its way, and he goes 2 for 2, does Ryan Hager.
A critical stage here for Cedar Catholic. Any chance to come back and win this, you got to start it now.
Ball up top and bounced inside, and Dutzman with the steal. Bad pass by Cedar Catholic, and the ball loose, but Lutheran's able to settle it down. 10 turnovers now for the Trojans. The right, Ernst with the basketball. Passes left at the left elbow. Inside with it, throwing it up was Cedar, and he couldn't get it to go, and Cedar Catholic comes back the other way. A backdoor cut, and a big-time block by Cedar. He rejected Benson into the second row, and you talk about momentum. Those can be momentum plays, Lou.
Yeah, defense can create momentum as well. Cedar is 6'5", gets up there and just absolutely eliminates that shot from Benson. Knocks it out of bounds.
Inside, 2 minutes to go here in the third. A 16-point Lincoln Lutheran advantage. And a pull-up from mid-range is good for Nolan Becker.
Becker and Cedar Catholic needed that one to fall. Just got to start chipping away.
Becker now up to 9 in the game. Hager running court, and he traveled and turns it over. 8th turnover of the game for the Warriors. And they give it back here to Cedar Catholic.
Yeah, Lincoln Lutheran always looking to push the basketball. I like the fact, again, that Hager looking to take the ball into the paint and make things happen that way. He turned it over there, but you're going to live with a few of those when you play the aggressive style that Hager's playing.
Ball inside. Becker, a nice turnaround move, and you said it, Lou. For Cedar Catholic to come back in this ball game, they need Nolan Becker, their leading scorer, to contribute. 6 here in the frame.
Yeah, it's a big bucket. Now only 12 minutes to go here before the end of the third quarter.
Stoll at the top of the key. Now it's Hager in the corner, who has 5 here in the third and 14 for the game. Ball loose and coming back the other way off the turnover. Benson to Becker, who scored on the last 2 possessions. Benson a 3 on its way, too strong, and the rebound picked up by Lincoln Lutheran. Dutzman left one short. Stoll wraps up the rebound. And we've got a timeout called by Jesse Bowens. 28 seconds to go in the third. We'll pause. No, we'll keep it right here. 50-38, Lincoln Lutheran leading. And Lou, we talked about it at the half. Cedar Catholic needed to get hands up. They needed to be in the shooters' faces. They have been. Lincoln Lutheran's just making shots.
Yeah, sometimes your best effort just isn't good enough, and because the other team is so good. Lincoln Lutheran has a whole bevy of shooters, and but having said that, now I've seen comebacks this year bigger than 12. So Cedar Catholic not out of it yet. I think the timeout here from Coach Bowens it might be to talk about shot selection here, to be more in the flow. Don't just take quick shots all the time. And he may be planning to pull it out a little bit here and maybe run it down to the last shot of the quarter.
Our score from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Class A, 34-28 Omaha Central, leading Omaha North in that one. Class A action going on right now, and that's the 5 over the 4. It's been an upset day here in Lincoln. We might have another on our hands here as the clock trickles down and we get ready for the 4th. We'll see what Lincoln Lutheran does with the final 20 seconds here in the 3rd.
Yeah, not in Lincoln Lutheran's DNA, but definitely what Coach Bowens wants here. No reason to get a quick shot here. You got plenty of time to get the last one down.
Lebo back up top. Drop down inside. Dutzman missed the layup. And back the other way, the full court heave by Benson. He nearly knocked that down, inches away from a single-digit ball game. But Lincoln Lutheran, with 24 minutes down and 8 to go, they are 8 minutes away from a trip to the semifinal. At the end of the 3rd, your score, Lincoln Lutheran 50, Cedar Catholic 38. The 4th quarter is next.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
I love our Nebraska public schools. As a mom of high school students, I see the value public schools bring to our communities every day. It's where families come together to cheer for our teams, engage with our teachers, and build long-lasting, trusted relationships in our communities. It's where our kids get the skills and opportunities they need to succeed. I don't know if it's that way in other states, but here in Nebraska, public schools are the heart of our communities.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Lou Siefker, Jake Bartecki. There you see a healthy group of students down here in Lincoln.
I really like Lincoln Lutheran's student section because it's Jersey Day, and I think I see 3 St. Louis Cardinal jerseys, so they've become my favorite student section so far.
Ah, you a Cardinals fan, Lou?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm a White Sox fan, so you've had a lot more fun than I have in the baseball span of my life. First possession of the 4th quarter. It is Lincoln Lutheran with the basketball, and we got a tie-up and a foul here. Taney with the infraction. That's his first of the game.
For Cedar Catholic, now you got to win possessions. You can't necessarily worry about the score so much. You just got to play good defense. That's a good closeout. And he lost the ball out of bounds, unfortunately, but you can't get 12 points back in one possession. You just got to win them and chip away and try to get yourself in position to make a run late.
50-38's the score. The closest it's been in the second half was 7, and that's when it started. Lincoln Lutheran ever since then has begun to pull away. Not over yet, though. Ball into the hands of Stoll. Dutzman.
Wow.
An exchange with Holly. That was a nice pass. Didn't get the bucket. And an offensive foul gives the basketball back to Cedar Catholic. Our 4th quarter on NCN is brought to you in part by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that the capital city has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org.
That was a great pass, great dribble drive, and unfortunately for Lutheran, Holly just left that one short.
He picks up his 3rd foul in the process. 4 points in the game for Holly, 2 of them. The end of the 1st quarter, a fadeaway layup buzzer beater. And speaking of fadeaways, Logan Lebo knocks that one down. Excuse me, Alexander Keene knocks that down. Yep, wrong number 2 on the wrong team.
Yeah, Keene's, they got to go through him a lot, I think, in this 4th quarter. He is a really good athlete and can get his shot off against anybody.
Dribbling to the top of the key was Stoll. And now it's Lebo with it. 7 points per game in the postseason for the future Husker track runner. Little shake and bake with the left foot. Goes back out to Stoll. Long possession here for Lincoln Lutheran. Now Dutzman attacks and jams it home. Are you kidding me, Jacob Dutzman?
Wow. Dutzman with a two-handed slam in traffic. Play of the tournament so far. Watch this ball fake. It gets up in the air. Two hands. Wow.
Not going to see that every day in high school basketball.
No. That's definitely the play of the tournament so far.
Free throw up and good, and the cherry on top, a successful three-point play and the largest lead of the ball game, 53-40. But for the moment, Becker gets back the other way and scores, and now we've got a foul. Braxton Glines hits the deck.
Well, Lincoln Lutheran's looking to run with the basketball no matter what. Off a made basket, missed basket, doesn't matter. But Cedar Catholic's got to get back. They've got to play good transition defense, and just about got burned there. After Becker made the bucket, Lincoln Lutheran beat him down the floor.
The inbound coming in here. Kicked into play by Lebo. And this potent offense of the Lincoln Lutheran Warriors gets set up. Pass to the corner. Stoll passes on the three. And Lutheran with a long possession, obviously trying to drain some clock. Cedar Catholic's all up in their grill, though.
Well, Jake, it's a fine line when you're used to playing up tempo to pull it out, and then the fear is you lose your aggressiveness like that. You get your ball stolen.
Back the other way, Becker turns around, throws one up, and throws one in. And a timeout called by Cedar Catholic. And now a little bit of run starting. It's a single-digit ball game. 9 points separating Cedar Catholic and the Warriors. 53-44 the score. We'll step aside.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members.
It's a 9-point ball game here as we've got 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Ball's brought up the floor by Grant Stoll. As Lincoln Lutheran trying to hang on. What do they need to do to keep this basketball for as long as they can with Cedar Catholic all up on them?
Well, I think you got to continue to run your offense. Look for shots. You don't want to pull it out too soon. You don't want a quick shot, a quick bad shot, but you got to do what you do. And when you come out of that, you start turning the basketball over and get sloppy. You saw that a moment ago. Lincoln Lutheran had too much time left. I think you continue to run your offense, and then maybe in a few minutes, then you think about pulling it out and running some clock.
Dutzman knocks one down. That gives him now 23 in the ball game. His career high is 26, and he gets a rebound there. Ball brought up the floor here by the Warriors. Lebo. This is Stoll with it. And now it's Braxton Glines. 8.2 points in the postseason. Ball knocked out of bounds here. We've got a foul on Cedar Catholic. They catch Cotto for his second.
Foul number 4 in the quarter for Cedar Catholic. So next foul sends Lincoln Lutheran to the free throw line. And at some point, Cedar Catholic's going to have to do that. Down 11. You're going to have to force Lincoln Lutheran to make some free throws.
Ball inbounded. Lebo, and now tied up was Dutzman, and they nearly had the steal. Did Cedar Catholic? Instead, it turns into 2 for Lincoln Lutheran and Ryan Hager.
Yeah, what a turn of events. Almost got a steal. Instead, it ends up with Hager, who gets the easy bucket. That's a bad break for Cedar Catholic.
7 points in the second half. And 16 in the game for Ryan Hager, and the ball knocked out of bounds. This will stay with Cedar Catholic. 4:02 to go, 57-44 reads the score on our Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Bounce to the corner, basketball picked up by Reifenrath. Becker, hook shot in the lane, no good, hanging on the rim. No call, Alexander Keene, the bucket went down. Lou, I believe they're supposed to blow that dead.
Yeah.
The bucket went in.
Yeah, they let it count. I think that's a break that time for Cedar Catholic. Great pass.
To the back cut. Dutzman cannot be denied. He's got 25.
Great look by Hager to see his cutting Dutzman.
Back the other way. Ball is knocked out of bounds. And it stays here with Cedar Catholic, but we've got a timeout before then. Let's take another look at this here, Lou. So there's Keene in the lane.
Yeah, he grabbed the rim. That should have been offensive goaltending because he grabbed the rim when the ball's up in the cylinder. But they allowed it to stand, and Cedar Catholic still down 13. Unfortunately, if you're a Trojan fan, but they get that one to count, probably shouldn't have.
Well, let's talk about the effort today from Jacob Dutzman. One off a season high. He's got 25. This is a guy that is shooting 66% from inside the arc. He's 78% in the paint. It's just the type of thing where when you get into a rhythm and everything's working, it's working really well, and I think that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, we talked about him in the pregame, about how important he was. He was just kind of one of those guys that have built themselves into a good player. He's built himself into a great player in this ball game. He has been fantastic. 25 points and 6 rebounds, and one of the plays of the tournament there with that dunk, but he has been special in this game. That's all you can really say about it. He's played at a very high level.
Well, from Dutzman's dunk and Hennessy's chase down block, we have seen some highlight plays in C2 action today. Lou, you've seen it all go down in this impressively talented division and bracket.
Yeah, I think a really wide open bracket, and you've seen it with the seeds. Lincoln Lutheran, if they hold on, will be the third lower seeded team to win here in this first round.
Nolan Becker with his first foul right in front of us here, and this sends Lebo to the free throw line with 3:07 to go. Lebo 7 points per game in the postseason, at 5 points in the district final, and he makes that one. He's got 5 here today.
We're at the stage of the game now for Lincoln Lutheran. It's all about ball security, making free throws, make it impossible for Cedar Catholic to come back and get you if you do those things well.
Hits them both. Back the other way, the basketball goes here to Cedar Catholic. 61-46, and this is one off the largest lead of the ball game for Lincoln Lutheran. And Dutzman with the pickpocket steal of Cotto, and that is just how the day has gone defensively and offensively for these two teams.
Yeah, Dutzman with another huge play. Keene there almost with a steal. But Dutzman, I think he got popped in the mouth, kind of holding his mouth there a couple times. And he might be bleeding.
Yeah, if he is, I think the officials would have to stop the game.
I'm not sure that's hard to tell.
Yeah,
Look like he's wiping his nose there. I think he got popped in the nose.
He's still out there, and he does look like something happened, Lou. I see what you're saying. He's kind of grabbing at his nose and mouth area. We'll see if we see a timeout or anything called. Hager for the elbow. There's Dutzman. Didn't look too bad there.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter. He's going to do it no matter what. He's a tough kid, obviously.
And Dutzman with 29, and that is a career high. How impressive is that, Lou, to have a career high at the state tournament?
Well, not only a career high against the state tournament, but a career high against a team that kind of prides themselves in defense. Cedar Catholic's been great on the defensive end all year long, and Dutzman has just had his way with the Trojans here today.
Ball to the top of the key, Becker. And before the travel, I believe we did have a timeout. It was called by Cedar Catholic and Nick Hazelhorst, who will get a chance to talk things over. Lincoln Lutheran up big, leading by 17 with 2:16 to go. The conclusion is coming up on NCN.
In every community, there are unsung heroes. They're the ones who make a real difference every single day. News Channel Nebraska and Medica want to thank our community heroes, and now it's your chance to shine a spotlight on them. Nominate your local hero and let their story inspire us all. Winners get to donate $1,000 to a nonprofit of their choice, with over $5,000 donated to date. Together, we can celebrate those who make our communities brighter.
Well, a career high 27 for Jacob Dutzman, a big factor in Lincoln Lutheran leading 63-46 here with 2:16 to go. Jake Bartecki, Lou Siefker welcoming you back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. NCN has been here all day today. We'll be here all day tomorrow. We'll be at PBA Friday. Full state basketball coverage on the only statewide program in Nebraska, and another steal and another turnover for Lutheran and Cedar Catholic. Stoll turns around, pass up top to Dutzman, and Hager in the corner. Dribbling the ball off his foot was Ernst, but a foul before that. First foul for Alex Keene. And for the second time today, Ernst goes to the free throw line. First one is up, short.
Yeah, Ernst hustle plays in this game have been big for the Warriors. And Jake, you talked about News Channel Nebraska and our coverage here. Where would you rather be than right here, right now? In the words of Marv Levy, is there anything better than this, sitting here courtside?
I don't think so. Games? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I will agree with you, Lou. Ernst makes the free throw. That's 3 points. And you've been here all day. Is there anywhere else you'd rather be?
No, absolutely not.
Block on the other end and a foul on the way up the floor. 1:37 to go, and the round of applause as Lincoln Lutheran is going to empty the bench, at least somewhat.
Subs come down here in the morning. You always tell when the subs, they don't know where to check in at. They haven't been in the ball game.
Ernst with the free throw.
It's awesome when you get a chance, when the young guys get a chance to get on the floor. And that, you know, first of all, you get a chance to play at state, but also you get to feel like you were part of this whole thing when that's all said and done, and that just helps you just with kind of some team camaraderie. Everybody's got something to talk about.
Kolapara into the ball game for the first time. Steiner back in for Jesse Bowens. 3 way off the mark. And inside a minute and a half to go. Lincoln Lutheran can feel it. Turnover here, but what a play by Lebo to get the basketball back for Lincoln Lutheran, and then Stoll gets wrapped up and fouled. A couple more coming in here for Lincoln Lutheran.
Yeah, Lebo skied for that one. That was another effort play. This game's pretty well decided. 1:16 to go, and Lincoln Lutheran up 21, so they'll be moving on. But you like guys that are still playing hard. And Lebo did that.
Grant Stoll, 8 points in the ball game, all of them in the first half. Knocks that one down. And then the PA announcer reads line change both ways, and that is all of the curtain call for Cedar Catholic. And Lincoln Lutheran empties their bench. It's cool for the guys deeper in the bench to get in at state.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something you can talk about. You played in a state tournament game.
Stoll makes the free throw. 67-46.
Well, this game got away from Cedar Catholic, Jake, but they've had a great season. You know, I mean, you got to be good to get here to state, first of all. A lot of teams would love to be here in their place.
Cedar Catholic will finish their year 19-7. Lincoln Lutheran's hot stretch continues, and a bucket there as it's put up and in. Cedar Catholic gets 2 more. Sam Keene with the bucket. So Keene comes in off the bench, gets just the 18th and 19th points of the second half for Cedar Catholic, and a steal here and a turnover by Lutheran. Pass to the left, and this one's put up and in. And Keene does it again. Talk about coming in and making an impact off the bench, Lou.
Yeah, absolutely. Come in, make some plays. Get your name in the scorebook. That's
24 seconds to go. 67-50, Lincoln Lutheran with the lead.
This Warrior team has been very impressive today. This has been an outstanding performance.
And Jesse Bowens just told Lincoln Lutheran, hold it. They are going to move on to the semifinals. A 27-point dominating second half win, and Lincoln Lutheran advances to the semifinal. Another upset in Class C2. 67-50, the final, a 17-point win for the Warriors. We'll step aside. Coming up, we'll get a look at our player and coach of the game. Lou, your thoughts on this one quickly.
Again, Lincoln Lutheran just outstanding. We saw Norfolk Catholic, how good they looked the last game. Lincoln Lutheran definitely looks like a team to be reckoned with. That game on Friday should be a great one.
Lincoln Lutheran wins it 67-50, a career high 27 for Jacob Dutzman. We'll be back after this on NCN.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. 67-50, Lincoln Lutheran gets the victory over Cedar Catholic. Joining me, head coach Jesse Bowens and Hayden, enjoying a big win, the first ever win in Lincoln Lutheran program history. Coach, you hear that? How do you feel?
It's kind of like a monkey off our back, but just so special for these guys. They've worked so hard for this. Great community. I'm just so happy that we could get the first win.
You said at halftime you felt maybe there was some jitters your team felt. How did you feel that second half transpired?
I think they got them out. I think especially with Jacob's dunk, that kind of lit up the arena. We rebounded so much better. Took care of the ball. Just a great second half.
Obviously, work's not done. You know what you have in front of you, but how are you feeling about the matchup ahead?
Well, we got to go learn how to do some 2-3 offense after watching Norfolk Catholic do that to Ponca. So glad to have a day to kind of get some things going, and then just so happy for this team to be back Friday.
You referenced Jacob. We're going to talk to him next. Talk about what he offers this team in this program.
Jacob's just so special. I mean, we got a lot of great guys. He makes everybody around him better. But he can just do so many things. If they try to take one thing away, he can do something else. The threes were falling early. They kind of got out on him. He shows if you run out on him, he'll go down and dunk one on you.
Before we let you go, you said Hayden?
Yep.
Hayden, how did Dad do?
How'd I do?
Good.
I did good?
Think they're going to keep winning?
Yeah.
Yep.
You heard it from Hayden. Lincoln Lutheran's going to keep on winning. Congrats, Coach Bowens.
Yep.
Let's bring in Jacob Dutzman now. Jacob, career high 27 points in Lincoln Lutheran's first ever state tournament victory. What allowed you to perform the way you did today?
I mean, we practiced. We had a really good game plan. We knew what they wanted to do on defense, and my teammates helped me get the ball. But really, it was a really good team game. I got the points, but overall, our defense was really good, and that's what helped us win the game.
Well, you had some good offense as well. We are going to show this dunk that was Sports Center top 10 type material. Walk us through that play.
Well, I got the ball in the corner, saw there was no help defense, but really I didn't think about it. I just went up, made a play, and it worked.
You've obviously dunked a few before, but where would this rate on your scale of dunks that you've done in your career?
This is definitely the best one, especially in front of all these fans. It's definitely a good feeling.
Well, lastly, I want to ask you, too, you were the 4th leading scorer last year. Coach said you put a real emphasis on improving over the offseason. Now you're the leading scorer, leading rebounder of this very good team. What allowed you and what was your thought process in your improvement from last season to this season?
I played against some really good competition in the offseason. I worked with Bowens. I worked with some of my teammates, and I'm just playing more free, and my teammates are doing a really good job helping me get good shots.
Well, Jacob, best of luck the rest of the way, and congrats on getting that first win for Lincoln Lutheran.
Thank you.
That is Jacob Dutzman, our player of the game, 27 points, a career high, Lincoln Lutheran's first ever state tournament win for the boys program. Jake and Lou, back to you.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. And Lou, I liked what Jacob Dutzman had to say. I think that's something that's going to get overlooked a little bit, is how good Lincoln Lutheran's defense was.
Yeah, they really did a good job defensively. They're so known for their offense and their three-point shooting, but they really locked down Cedar Catholic, especially there in the second half when they were able to pull away.
All right, let's take a look at our highlights from this one. Our top plays brought to you in part by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Once again, this is the 6-3 matchup in Class C2. And Lou, we talked about it. This class has had upsets all day. Maybe we were going to have another.
Yeah, it sure looked that way.
Back to Dutzman, knocks down the 3 of 27, a career high for him. Then the other way, Alex Keene knifing in the lane. He had the first 6 points of the ball game for Cedar Catholic. And then Grant Stoll, how about this? The pass from the corner, tries the 3, doesn't get it. Ryan Holly stays with the play. Half a second to go. He puts it up to end the first quarter. Second quarter now, pass to the corner and a 3-ball up and good for Cedar Catholic. And Cedar Catholic knocked down a good number of threes as well. They knocked down 4, average about 6 a game, so not too far below that. And they get another one here. Jamison Cotto, who had 8 points in the second quarter, gets 3 right there. Grant Stoll, we saw him try the one at the end of the first. He missed that one. Didn't miss that one right between the eyes. Second half, Lincoln Lutheran led by 7 at the break. Here's Hager, knocks one down, rattles it in from the near side corner. And back the other way, Nolan Becker gets between the defense from the left block and lays it in. He had himself a good day, 15, one off his season average. And there's the play, Lou, that everybody's going to be talking about, the Dutzman two-handed jam.
Yeah, and the students celebrate. And it is Lincoln Lutheran that moves on to the semifinals to play Norfolk Catholic. What a performance today by the Warriors.
Yeah, 67-50, they win it. You mentioned they're going to go on and take on Norfolk Catholic. What do you think? What do you expect for that one?
Wow, that's going to be quite a game. Norfolk Catholic had about as good a performance as I've seen them do in a long time and routed a really good Ponca team. And then you think, well, man, they're going to be on their way, right? Well, then you see Lincoln Lutheran come out and play the way they did against Cedar Catholic, the last team to beat Norfolk Catholic. So Lincoln Lutheran, I think, very much a threat. Either one of those two teams, I think, and really any of these 4 teams. If you're going to win Class C2, you're going to be really good. You're going to earn it. That's a great bracket left. A lot of really good basketball teams.
Well, Lincoln Lutheran becomes the 3rd team in this C2 bracket, and the only one that wasn't the lower seed to win, that would be Bridgeport. And they played the number 1 Amherst Broncos. So seen a lot of it today in the C2 bracket of the lower seed getting the better of the higher seed and pulling off the upset. So it makes it Amherst and Cross County, Norfolk Catholic, and Lincoln Lutheran. 67-50 is the final. Lincoln Lutheran with a dominant second half, a dominant 27-point performance from Jacob Dutzman in the win. For Lou Siefker, I'm Jake Bartecki. Brandon Axement was our sideline reporter. Big thanks to Connor back in the truck for producing today's broadcast. We'll be back in just a little bit on NCN. Full coverage of the state tournament continuing in just a little bit.
Welcome to the 1890 Initiative headquarters at 11th and Q in downtown Lincoln. Brandon Axement with you on News Channel Nebraska as we are joined by Husker standout Merritt Beeson of the volleyball team talking all things NIL. And Merritt, first off, NIL is new, and I think a lot of people maybe think that these athletes and student athletes are just handed over a big sum of money and they're on their way. But that's not how it works. And the 1890 Initiative specifically has something called fulfillment, where athletes go out into the community and they earn this money. Can you talk more about how that works and what that looks like?
Yeah, it's almost like a job in a way. Like we do things to get paid. Obviously, that's what NIL is. You have to be doing something. You just can't sit here and hand me, here's X amount of money. I have to do something to earn it. And so for us, fulfillment can look very different. Like I described, maybe it's we're going to go play with a few kids. You know, we're going to talk to these people. We're going to show up to this event and we're going to promote this event, whatever it may be. Maybe we're hosting a volleyball camp like we will be soon. You know, there's so many different things that we're able to do, and most of these opportunities do allow us to give back. So it isn't just they're just handing us a big lump of money. You know, we're obviously doing things to earn that and to kind of give back to the community in a way while earning that as well.
Now, you mentioned those community opportunities that you have, and some people may be not quite sure how that works. So you have the 1890 Initiative, and that's really the vehicle that connects those dots for athletes.
So 1890 kind of connects us back with the community. They're finding opportunities to plug us back into the community and allowing us to give back to the community. So maybe a business comes to 1890 and is like, hey, I want the volleyball team to come here, and they can kind of reach out to us and be the navigator between businesses and us. And then there's also a ton of opportunities for us to, hey, maybe it's just there's a group of kids that we're going to go play volleyball with, or there's a group of people at an elderly home that we're going to hop on a Zoom and we're going to talk about our volleyball experience. We're going to walk them through a day in our life. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a volleyball player in Nebraska. They just kind of help us connect back with the community. They allow us to give back and provide us with those opportunities.
Well, Merritt, thank you again so much for spending some time with us here on News Channel Nebraska as we are continuing to learn about NIL and educating our viewers across the state of this new landscape. I'm Brandon Axement. We'll see you next time.